680 to 90, 10-4.
Just moments ago, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison. He was found guilty back in November of orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar fraud that led to the collapse of his company.
The once-revered figure of crypto, Sam Bankman-Fried, is sentenced to 25 years behind bars. Could this be the biggest crypto fall from grace yet? All right, let's get real and dive into this mess that could be the scam of the century. Picture this: Sam Bankman-Fried, or SBF as he's known, was the golden boy of the crypto universe, flying high with his brainchild, FTX. It was like he hit the jackpot, and everyone was watching, thinking this guy's onto something huge. But you know what they say about things that seem too good to be true, right? Underneath all that glitz and glamour, things were way off. It was like a high-stakes poker game where SBF was bluffing big time and the whole world was about to call his bluff. So grab your popcorn, folks, because this isn't just some boring financial scandal. We're talking about a roller coaster ride of ambition, greed, and a fall so hard it sent shockwaves across the globe. This is the story of how one of the brightest stars in the crypto sky crashed and burned, dragging down his empire with him. Let's get into the gritty details of how it all went down.
Is a crypto investor who lost nearly $1.3 million during the FTX collapse.
I guess the chance of having my money back is nearly zero.
Hundreds of thousands of people got screwed over. Let's talk about the real victims of this whole debacle, the people who lost out big time. We're not just talking about a few unlucky folks. We're looking at around 1 million individuals who watched their investments evaporate overnight. The collapse of FTX wasn't just a headline, it was a disaster for many who had trusted Bankman-Fried with their money, believing in the crypto dream he sold so well. The damage: billions of dollars vanished into thin air. Imagine pouring your hard-earned cash into what you think is a safe bet, only to wake up one day and find it's all gone. We're talking life savings, retirement funds, and dreams shattered. Reports suggest that customers and investors lost at least $10 billion due to the collapse of FTX. These weren't just anonymous numbers on a screen, they were real people from all walks of life. From small-time investors who thought they'd found a path to financial freedom, to big-time players who saw FTX as the future of finance. The fallout was immense, leaving many facing financial ruin and questioning everything they knew about the volatile world of cryptocurrency. All right, let's dig into the start of it all. SBF and his crew set up FTX, and man, it took off like a rocket. It wasn't just another crypto exchange, it was like the new Wall Street of digital dough. The guy was everywhere. Magazine covers, talk shows, you name it, flaunting this vision of a crypto utopia. And people bought it, investing their hard-earned cash into the dream. But here's where it gets dicey. While SBF was playing the part of the crypto savior, behind the scenes, things were more like a financial Wild West. Rumors started to bubble up about the shaky ground his empire was built on, especially with his other venture, Alameda Research. It was all high fives and handshakes until someone took a closer peek at the books and found out that the numbers just didn't add up. Imagine the chaos when the truth started leaking out. We're talking about a house of cards ready to topple at the slightest nudge. And nudge it did, as the whispers turned into headlines, questioning the stability and honesty of SBF's operations. This was no minor hiccup. It was the beginning of an epic tumble from the heights of crypto glory. Stick around as we dive deeper into the storm that was about to hit, because this is where the real gritty tale of ambition and illusion begins to unfold. Then, the bombshell hit. CoinDesk drops this expose revealing that Alameda Research, SBF's trading house, was in hot water, holding a massive pile of FTX's own token, FTT. It's like finding out the guy who's supposed to be guarding the vault is actually gambling with the gold bars. The crypto world started buzzing, wondering if the whole setup was just a house of cards. Enter Binance, the big dog in the yard, smelling blood. They owned a truckload of FTT and decided to dump it, signaling to the market that the ship was sinking. Imagine the panic as FTT's value plummeted and the once unshakable empire of SBF began to crumble. It was like watching a high-speed train wreck in slow motion. But wait, there's a twist. Binance plays the hero, or so it seemed, offering a lifeline to buy out FTX. The crypto community was on the edge of their seats, but the deal was as shaky as a three-legged table. After peeking behind the curtain and seeing the financial disaster up close, Binance bailed, leaving FTX in free fall. In just days, FTX went from crypto kingpin to bankruptcy, dragging down the market and burning billions. And SBF? From billionaire to the brink, his reputation in ruins. We're talking about a downfall that's going to be etched in the crypto history books forever. In the next part, we'll unravel the aftermath of this chaos, diving into the legal battles and the global hunt to piece together the wreckage of FTX. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and the gritty details are just getting started.
This story has truly made my head explode. One of the most powerful people in the cryptocurrency industry.
A multi-billion-dollar fraud.
As the FTX empire crumbled, the spotlight turned sharply on Sam Bankman-Fried. The golden boy of crypto was now the target of mounting legal scrutiny. Here's where our story takes a dark turn, diving into the murky waters of legal battles and international intrigue. In the wake of FTX's collapse, authorities worldwide sharpened their pencils, piecing together the remnants of the disaster. Bankman-Fried, once a figurehead of crypto innovation, found himself facing the music, and it wasn't a tune he liked. Charged with a litany of offenses, including fraud and money laundering, SBF's fall from grace was spectacular. It was like watching a high-flying Icarus, wings melted, plummeting back to Earth. The drama hit its peak when SBF was arrested in the Bahamas. Picture it, the once high-flying CEO, now handcuffed and facing extradition to the United States. The crypto world watched, breathless, as one of its brightest stars was escorted by police, not to a conference or a gala, but to a courtroom. As the charges stacked up, the reality of SBF's situation sank in. The man who once hobnobbed with celebrities and politicians was now navigating the less glamorous world of legal defense. Each court appearance, each headline, added another layer to the saga, painting a picture of a meteoric rise and a dramatic, devastating collapse. Now, the stage was set for the trial of Sam Bankman-Fried, a spectacle eagerly watched by the world. The courtroom was the arena where the final act of this drama played out, with SBF defending his actions amidst a chorus of accusations. Charged with defrauding investors and misappropriating funds, he faced the full force of the law. The trial was a narrative of its own, filled with legal jargon, complex financial statements, and testimonies that painted a detailed picture of the chaos behind FTX's facade. Witnesses took the stand, revealing the inner workings of Bankman-Fried's operations, his risky bets, and the mismanagement that led to the catastrophic collapse of a crypto empire. As the evidence piled up, the defense fought tooth and nail, trying to untangle the web of accusation. But the narrative was clear. This was not just a business failure. It was a colossal betrayal of trust. The jury deliberated, weighing the massive financial implications and the personal stories of those who lost everything. In the end, the verdict was delivered, guilty on all counts. The courtroom fell silent as the weight of the sentence was imposed, 25 years behind bars for Bankman-Fried. This moment was more than just a legal conclusion. It was a historic punctuation mark in the saga of cryptocurrency's wild ride. The sentencing of Bankman-Fried wasn't just about retribution, it was a message to the crypto world and beyond. It underscored the need for transparency, regulation, and ethical conduct in a realm where the lines between innovation and overreach are often blurred. After Sam Bankman-Fried's trial ended with him being found guilty, a lot of people in the world of cryptocurrencies and beyond started thinking hard about what this all means for the future. The big takeaway? There needs to be stricter rules to keep things in the crypto world safe and fair. This whole FTX mess showed just how wild and risky the market can be. Now folks are calling for clearer guidelines to make sure no one can pull off something like this again. The idea is to find a good balance that keeps the exciting, innovative part of cryptocurrencies alive, but also makes sure investors don't get burned. The impact of FTX's crash is huge, affecting not just the big players, but also regular people who had put their money into crypto, thinking it was a safe bet. It's a tough lesson about being careful where you invest and highlights why it's so important to have rules in place. Moving forward, the story of FTX and Bankman-Fried will probably be a big warning sign for anyone in the crypto game. It's a reminder that while digital currencies can be a great way to make money, they can also be pretty risky if things aren't managed properly. In wrapping up our story, we see that FTX's fall from grace is more than just a one-off drama. It's a wake-up call for the whole crypto industry. As we keep an eye on how things change after this, it's clear that the world of digital money is still evolving, and everyone, from big-time investors to the average Joe, needs to stay sharp and informed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Whether it's finance, tech, politics, or anything in between, we've got you covered with the news you need to know. Join our community of viewers who stay ahead of the curve. Subscribe now, and let's dive into the stories that shape our world together.